Hey bro, how's it going? I just grabbed some tea, and after writing a little bit of my journal, I realized that I wanted to tell you a little story that is deeply related to the title of this video. How I created an alter ego and how my life changed completely. So, for a little bit of context, from December 2022, I broke up with my girlfriend at that time, and it's been the longest relationship I've ever had. It lasted 2.5 years. It was the relationship where I was most emotionally invested in. And it was the relationship that taught me the most, but also taught me how nice guy I can be. In the bad sense, of course, like kind of a simp or a beta or what you want to call it. So, since dropping out of this relationship, I had lots of trouble getting back to the dating world until recently. So I had periods of extreme confidence in myself, nights where I was just me, completely authentic, completely vibing with the environment, talking to everyone, being super social. And there were nights that I saw a beautiful girl and I would just freeze myself. And I wouldn't even try to approach her, even to just compliment her or to talk to her in a nice way, not even to flirt with her. So I had this thing that I always thought that I wasn't enough, that even though I was actively working on myself day after day, it wasn't enough, that I could be more jacked, that I could be better good looking, that I could be better looking, that I could have more money, and that everyone was kind of better than me, that everyone had more confidence, that everyone was funnier, everyone had more money, everyone had more status, and that's why they had better success while dating than I did. That they could date multiple women, that they could date beautiful women, and all of that kind of stuff. So, last Friday, so today is Monday, like 3 nights ago, I had kind of a revelatory moment in a little party that we went with my friends. So we went to this party that it's called Mundo Lingo here in Argentina. And the whole idea of this party is that you go to a bar and you meet people from all around the world. And here in Argentina, we speak Spanish, if you didn't know. So the idea is that if you're Argentinian, you can also practice your English besides meeting people. So here at this bar, people are much more open to meet each other. They are not as kind of closed off and in their friend group as if you were going to a normal club or a normal bar. Like everyone is trying to have their own good time and don't pay attention to the rest. Here it's different. Like people are more open to talking, but not that much. I mean, you have to be the first one taking the shot and making the move and the first step. But people are kind of more receptive, But the thing is that they're more receptive to foreigners. So the night started and we went there with my friends. I was me and 3 buddies. And we were just very shy, the 4 of us. And we started to kind of warm up a little bit. And we started to talk to some guys there, some Argentinians, everyone that could talk to us. For example, we were making a line to buy some drinks. And we just started to talk to some girls that were there. Some girls that were like 10 to 15 years older than us. But still, it used as kind of practice, as a warm-up for talking to other people and losing our shyness, So then, after buying my drink, I was talking to this very good-looking girl that was also my age. And I was talking to her, and I had my own, because there in the bar they give you stickers with the flags of the languages you speak. So I had a USA flag and an Argentina flag. So I said to this girl, okay, I'll give you, because she didn't have any flag. So I said, okay, I'll give you my Argentinian flag, and I pretend to be a person from the US. And she laughed, and I was kind of joking. I wasn't serious that I was going to pretend to be someone from the US. But the joke kind of got too far. So I gave this girl my flag with kind of a flirty way. Then I got her Instagram and stuff. And that size there, I started to lose shame, because it was kind of the first Instagram I asked for in the night, and it was a kind of a make or break moment, and this one reinforced my confidence. But the change came when I started to pretend that I was from the US. When I created this new identity, which the only thing that changed was that instead of living in Argentina, I lived in the US. So I invented that I was from New Jersey, because I tried to pick a city from the US. And I was like, New York is too known here in Argentina, Miami too, and Los Angeles too. So I was like, okay, why not New Jersey? It's right next to New York, and maybe not so many people in Argentina know it. So I stuck with that, and I just told my reality that I was majoring in business, as I'm majoring here in Argentina. But the thing is that I was from New Jersey, and I came to Argentina to do a kind of exchange, and I was studying here for one semester. So I was studying abroad for one semester. And I started to approach groups of people with a buddy, and we started to talk like I'm pretending that I was from away, and that my buddy was the one that was kind of introducing me to the country and explaining me the language and trying to help me settle in. And people seemed much more interested in talking to me, even though I had the same looks, the same personality. The only thing that changed was that I was from New Jersey. So I started to talk to a group of girls, and yeah, in a friendly manner, we talked for a long, long time. And it was absolutely great, because then I started to notice how people were looking at me, because I was talking with so much confidence and so much openness and so much like kind of good vibes, that people wanted to talk to me. People wanted to come here and talk to me. So we started to approach different groups, starting to meeting different people. And then I met this girl that she was French. Well, she was kind of half French, half Argentinian, and she spoke English too. And we started to fake interviews with people. Like, she pretended to be French and I pretended to be a person from the US. And we started to interview people there, asking some random questions and pretending that we are from a foreign country. And I gained so much confidence at approaching strangers and talking to them and pretending and doing some stupid shit like asking stupid questions for interviews that never existed. And I started to gain more and more confidence. And it was kind of, I had this vibe after talking to so many people and having such good experiences and such good proof that I kept in my character. I was John from New Jersey. And I started to talk to everyone at the party. Like, I approached groups of 5 girls on my own, and I just started talking in English, which, if you watch my channel for quite a bit, you know that my English is not perfect at all. So at any moment, my lie could be discovered. And, you know, it was crazy, because I started to talk to lots of girls and getting lots of Instagrams and attention and lots of different kind of offers and weird shit, just because I was like kind of vibing so high and so social and so confident in myself, because I pretended to be someone else that I wasn't. which, saying it out loud, it seems that I have major self-esteem issues, but I don't. Even though there is something that I have to work on it. Because how come that when I'm my normal self, I'm not as confident, but when I pretend to be someone else, I'm like that confident? And when I realized, after I came back to my house, after talking to tens of girls and lots of people that in my normal state I would be so afraid to talk to them, like these beautiful girls, bro. Beautiful girls talking to me and vibing and laughing and just sharing experiences, sharing Instagrams and that stuff. And it was fucking amazing. Because if I stayed in my comfort zone, if I stayed as my normal self, I wouldn't ever have approached them. I would like be afraid and freeze on my spot and never talk to them. And never be so confident and so vibey and so open to new experiences and new ways to enjoy my night. So the conclusions that I started to come up with after I came back to my house was that the more confident I am and the more shameless I am, the better that I can bend my reality to my own will. What do I mean by this? Is that if I'm confident enough on what I'm saying and how I'm saying it and how I portray myself, I can get all the attention that I want. I can get that girl's number if I want to. I can have my same personality, same everything, just more confidence and more shameless and just keeping my limiting beliefs shut the fuck down, that I can get whatever the hell I want. And this is kind of the only proof I need that the more confident I am and the more straightforward I am and the more aggressive I am towards my goals, the better. Because hey, if I want that girl's number, I can just go talk to her, say whatever the fuck comes to my mind, but with hyper confidence, hyper awareness, hyper presence, and hyper consciousness. And that is how I can defeat my limiting beliefs. Not by pretending to be someone that I'm not, but rather being the same guy that I am right now, but with extreme confidence. And that's where the change is made. That's where I can be so confident in the things that I'm saying that even if things go wrong, I can just, hey, it doesn't matter. It went wrong, doesn't matter. I will try again and we'll go better. Because, for example, last Friday, I talked to some people who weren't as receptive, who kind of looked at me weird, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But still, I was like so high on myself and vibing so high that not even that could stop me. And in other nights, I would just, one negative experience would just ruin my night and never speak to someone again for months because of that one experience. But I realized that this is a numbers game, so the more times I try it, the better. And that if I want to, I can be confident. If I want to, I can be straightforward. And here in Argentina, there is a term that is called cara rota, which means that you're kind of shameless. And I don't know the correct English word for this, but basically you are shameless, you are 100x confident, you go straight forward, you just don't care about anything at all, and you're just yourself. So the thing is that I realized that if I'm this confident with girls, with YouTube, with the products that I sell out of my work, if I'm this confident in my ability, in the things that I do, in the content that I make, success is inevitable. Because vibing at this frequency attracts the things that I want. Because it all started with a vibe thing. Because it had the same face, the same outfit, the same personality. The only thing that changed was my vibe. And when my vibe changed, the more open and the less shame that I have on myself, and the less shy that I am, the better results I get. Because people are attracted to good vibes. People are attracted to people who are decisive and that make their own reality. So, creating this alter ego was just a door that the universe presented to me. It'll tell me, hey bro, if you're confident enough, you can get whatever the hell you want. You can sell anything you want, you can make the content you want, you can get the girl you want, you can make friends with with any person you want in the world. And just with enough confidence, you can get everywhere you want in life. With enough confidence, you can convince everyone of the things that you believe. And just getting girls is that you are just convincing that girl that you are the best option for her. When you're selling something, you're convincing your potential client that the thing that you are selling is the best out from all of those. When you are making content like this one, you are just selling your content because you are convincing the person that is watching that this is the best content that he or she can watch, and this is the best use of his or her time. So everything is reduced down to confidence, and creating an alter ego is kind of fake it till you make it, but it can be a very cool exercise for you to try new shit and to try new aspects of your personality. And even if it goes wrong, you'll just take lessons from it, but it won't go wrong. It will go extremely right, and you'll get to the same conclusion that I have. That with enough confidence, you can get wherever the hell you want. Because I was that guy that was in the party like this in the corner, like, hey, I'm Juani, and I want to get your number, and the girl would just run away. And then I pretended to be this guy from the US, and just like the same stories that I have, just that I'm majoring in business, I work at an oil company, and nothing else, like just the same personality. And I vibed a lot and had great conversations with Argentinians, people from Canada, French people, German people, people from South Korea that were all in that bar. And of course, lots of girls. But hey, I just wanted you to know that the more confidence you have in yourself and the more shameless you are, you can bend reality to your own will. Because you start to operate in a mood of what I want, I can have it. If I want to do this, if I want to talk to this group of people, I can go and talk to them. If I want to make this video, I will go and do it. If I want to sell this offer, I will go and sell it. If I want to help this many people, I will help this many people. Because I have the confidence on what I'm doing. And to close this video, I just want to say that sometimes you need to shut your mind down, because sometimes you work a lot on yourself and you have proof to be confident, but your mind will always limit you. So sometimes you need to shut down your mind and just pretend that it's not there. That you can be confident, that you can be the best that you want. And that's it. Just be confident and bend the world to your will.